Good evening. Buonochi. I told him to make these letters big so I don't have to wear this. Age is getting up there. With protocols observed, yeah. With protocol observed, we welcome our distinguished guests and our entrepreneur friends. If you would think of one person that you dearly love, how would that make you feel? What would you want for that person? To be healthy, prosperous, strong, have a good life, feel happy to be a good person, and make an impact. Now imagine this person is Curacao, our island. What would you want for Curacao? The best thing, like sustainable growth, earning capacity, new opportunities for its citizens and businesses, but also resilience to cope with economic and social crises that could disrupt local society, or should I say community. So let's get things in perspective. However, we want to keep in mind the reforms are surely not the end itself. They are mere vehicles to a certain end. Sorry. Theoretically, in our case, the country is assuming the resilience is the end, but the assumption is not sustained by any kind of measurable result. Reforms presumably will be implemented in our case to be able to build resilience. But what is meant by that? As resilience is not per se a result of our reform, one could wonder why those reforms are not specifically geared towards enabling and enhancing the transit towards economic and social development. Are we afraid to reform by key performance indicators? And then there is playing the reform card very close to the chest. It's not helping either. And surely not when the so-called nulmeting, zero measurements in Dutch, appear to be suggesting a redistribution of scarcity, effectively lowering our standards of living. Where are our ambitions? Second, Curacao needs growth and development. 20 years of zero growth and low productivity has had a major impact of the well-being of our community. Without economic growth, there is no money to do anything. What has to be done, not only grow the economy, but also our population, which is urgently needed. Third, we should focus on productive and sustainable growth. To answer this issue, growth and development, we should deal with the question, what kind of economy do we really want for our community? This requires a guiding policy where actions can be taken that fit within the design of the future. It also implies for all stakeholders to endorse the direction. In 2018, the Chamber produced a report, Ban Sembra Awe Pa Kosechar Mayang. In that report, we identified 5 pillars for a new Curacao economy, which we believe we should seriously consider. They are tourism, logistics, international education, IT, and the financial sector. We should want a clean tech Curacao, and all stakeholders involved to understand the design from government to business to households. That's the first and utmost requirement. Next to that, what could reinforce the outcome of such a design? The emphasis should be on productivity, credit creation. Credit for the creation of new goods and services or technology, implementation, productivity gains that generate income. This type of credit takes place in the real economy and results in growth without inflation, even at full employment. The type of investments we should be looking for are born by innovation and productivity and should therefore be encouraged. Examples are incentives in the health sector, education, research and development labs, and energy. Referring to health, the Chamber worked out a plan for a new high-value added activity on the island, which is a retirement community, where we target wealthy individuals from the US, Canada, the Netherlands, and Belgium. During the project, construction workers and developers will be required. Once the project is completed, there will be a need for high-level employment in terms of support staff, nursing, and management. Next to these direct effects, there will be numerous indirect effects that will influence multiple industries such as tourism, construction, real estate, education, electricity, finance, and agriculture. This kind of project requires high service standards. It's up to us to deliver both government and private sector alike. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, investments and credit creation that goes along with it should be productive and driven by innovation. I would say the secret of getting ahead is getting started.